Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to do the Tiger for 2025, which might as well be titled How to Get Lucky, because you have two of the prized blessing stars coming to you. They bring noble assistance, opportunities, they disperse negative energy, they remove obstacles to access. Open your eye big. Don't walk around with blinders on, okay? Glasses is okay. Right? So quick intro, then we'll pounce at the tiger. Hi, I'm Pauline Cheng. I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner, and I use this art to empower, not to disempower. So let's have a quick overview. Okay, 2024. Tiger, I really wouldn't call this a bad mix, you know. Sure, it's a little bit on the emo side, but it brought new experiences, some help from friends as well. But 2025, before you start counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Stop. Let me tell you straight up. These two guys right here can minimize many of these negative stars. And as I break down the effect of these stars individually, I will constantly come back to these two as the solution. So, there's a saying, a joke that my friends and I like to say, 有天得,有福得,乜都得. Okay, so I don't think it's a real saying. I think we may have accidentally coined it. Okay, or maybe I heard it somewhere and it got stuck in my head. Not sure, but basically what it means is that anything is possible with the heavenly virtue and fortune virtue. So these two are major blessing stars. They bring opportunities, they dissolve negative energies, they remove obstacles. Very, very nice. But how to use? That's the key, isn't it? Right? To use, say yes. When opportunities come our way, say yes first, then later work our butts off. Okay? Saying yes is being open to grace. Sounds kind of woo-woo, I know. But what it means is to put ourselves in the position where we are able to recognize and take advantage of external opportunities. Now, there are two ways to interpret this, which means that in this video, I will be speaking to two groups of people. First, the group willing to hustle. In that case, being open to grace means ensuring you have the resources ready to capitalize, as well as the energy to spare in order to put in the work that these opportunities will bring. You want to transform opportunity into tangible results, right? Requires work. Example, for business owners, this is ensuring that you have the capital, system, and human resources ready at hand. Basically, get your ducks in a row, right? And when an opportunity presents itself, off you go, right? But what if the hustle culture is not your thing? Okay, not everyone is defined by their work or by their career. I get it, right? Then with the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue, think of what type of lifestyle you would like to have in the future. What does an awesome life look like to you? Think of what you need next in order to get one step closer to that ideal lifestyle. So with the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue, opportunities may come in 2025 that will help you pave the way towards that ideal. Now, I want to stress, when we are paving the road to our ideal lifestyle, in the interim, work is still required, right? But if you're working towards a specific goal, then whatever hard work is worth it, isn't it? Right? Let's hang this around an example. Let's say that this person is a successful career professional in his or her field, and they are of a certain age. Not quite C-suite, but definitely in a senior position. Some people would be gunning for C-suite, which is opportunity, right? Which is easy. When opportunity comes, just say yes and be prepared to put in the work. But for some, the effort it will take to push past that final barrier is more than they are willing to give. No judgment, but in this case, this person would be thinking of paving the way towards a future where perhaps he or she has the opportunity to have a sustainable income stream in order to fund the lifestyle that they want. So with fortune virtue and heavenly virtue, some opportunities may present themselves in 2025 that will put this person on that path. Therefore, need to say yes and need to be open to exploring new opportunities. Okay, so next, you need to trust the flow. Means accepting this. Trust the flow is accepting that opportunities may not show up in the exact form as you wish. Therefore, trusting the flow means being curious and open to new suggestions. Don't mind a personal sharing. Okay, quite a few years ago, I was thinking very seriously about the type of awesome life that I wanted. Right, at that time, to leverage on my communications background, I had some idea that maybe I could start a small digital marketing consultancy. Right, but that year, I had the heavenly virtue and fortune virtue in my chart. Basically, the universe had different ideas. That was the year I signed up for my first Chinese metaphysics course with the JY Mastery Academy. Got swallowed up into the rabbit hole, and here we are today. So the reason I'm sharing this is not because I think I'm hell of a great, okay? In fact, I think I was damn lucky, which is what the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue is. But after saying yes, did I have to put in the work to learn the arts, to create the business? Yes, of course, a lot of hard work. But the bottom line is, fortune virtue, heavenly virtue brings opportunities. Whether or not we are able to leverage on these opportunities is up to us. How open are we to exploring new options? How willing are we to say yes? Okay, next comes the prosperity star. In 2025, the tiger fat folk already, the name says it all, prosperity star. An abundant life begins with an abundant mind. I've said this often, a closed mind is blind to opportunities. Therefore, prosperity star is asking you to focus on opportunities, not limitations. To believe that there are enough opportunities, resources, and success for everyone to be inspired and motivated by the success of other people, not feeling threatened by it. So someone with an abundant mind is also generous with their time, knowledge, and resources, right? We share what we know and have, believing that when we give, it doesn't diminish our own potential for success. In other words, the more you give, right? And finally, the prosperity star also brings a lot of opportunities to network and build relationships. So why do Chinese metaphysics practitioners seem to be obsessed with networking? Because opportunities come from other people. Okay, so that new client who believed in your ideas and is willing to buy into it, thereby giving you a chance to grow your business. That new potential partner who trusts your capabilities, thereby opening a new pathway for business growth. That new boss who believes in your talent and is willing to help boost your careers. They're all people. So if the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue brings opportunities, the prosperity star is their conduit. People, without the effort put into relationship building, getting out there, talking to people, giving and receiving help, opportunities may not reach us. So from a hustle culture point of view, using the prosperity star is about getting out there, pressing flesh. All right, but what if you're one of those who want to use the two virtues to start creating your ideal life? Then you consciously network with those who are already living the life you want. Let their energy rub off on you. Want to be an artist? Hang out with artists. Want to be a writer? Hang out with the writers. That kind of stuff, all right? If you want to be a ghostwriter, you hang out with the ghosts, okay? So what's the science behind this, right? Have you heard, and you guys know, like when a group of women live together, after a couple of months, right, their periods will sync. The ladies will know this. The ladies watching this will be going, all right, but most guys may not know. All right, so it's the same thing. Their energy are syncing and harmonizing with each other. So this harmonizing does not take away from anyone. So when you hang out with those who are already living the life you want, their energy rubs off on you, and you find yourself more willing to take action in the direction that you want to head towards. So everything looks pretty rosy. But what about the negative stars? Let's get to that side of the picture. Okay, so, Ate? Okay, when we get lucky, then it's normal all the takers suddenly crawl out of the woodworks, okay? So now you're probably thinking, wait a second, you just spent a full 10 minutes telling me to be open, build relationship, but now you say I might get scammed, okay? Trust but verify, basically. Using the positive stars is not about blind trust. Need to filter the people that you want to build relationships with. Be open to new connections and don't rush into trust. Verify and cross-check. Okay, the robbery star can mean, plain and simple, the potential also to get mugged or robbed. So please don't intentionally put yourself into vulnerable positions or situations. For example, if you know an area is known for snatch thieves, then don't go there lah. This is basic self-protection, right? Also, robbery star can increase the risk of your ideas, leads, or opportunities stolen by others. So keep your ideas close. No need to reveal your trump card. The secret sauce is called secret for a reason. In other words, while you're building relationships, try not to overshare and follow up diligently. In fact, follow up aggressively. When the robbery star is in play, we cannot take things for granted. When an opportunity presents itself, you must be able to act fast before it's taken away by someone else. Hence, the need to have resources ready for when opportunities come. Okay, the sixth harm brings lessons about trust. What's not on the list is that the tiger also experiences the ungrateful punishment as well in the year of the snake. Same like the monkey. When our trust is broken, what do we feel? We feel unappreciated, right? We feel betrayed. A harm is an emotional trigger that comes along when we experience a betrayal. So how to mitigate? Watch for red flags. Be alert to common scammer tactics such as love bombing, constant requests for help, stuff like that. So instead, look for consistency between their words and their actions. In other words, build relationships and trust slowly. Avoid oversharing too soon. Set healthy boundaries to your personal limits, whether it is financially, emotionally, or your time. And don't be afraid to reinforce them. And most of all, in 2025, with this entire mix, even if I ask you, don't lend money to other people, okay? Don't lend money to me, right? Okay, so the cold tongue, next is the cold tongue and crossing chart. These two indicate the presence of either opportunists or takers like hyenas coming to scavenge or kill, okay? Or the presence of naysayers and saboteurs with their own agenda. They represent outside interference. People suddenly coming into your life to either take something or interfering with your life for their benefit. Either way, with this too, there's an increased risk of arguments, conflicts, and disputes. So again, two possible scenarios. For those who are willing to invest their energy into the hustle, you have a chance to build strong, positive relationships with noble people who can bring opportunities to fulfill your goals. To take advantage of this, you must be prepared to seize opportunities quickly before it is taken away by other people. Okay? So to do so, you need to have the support of a trusted team or allies who have already proven their worth. For those who want to use the fortune virtue, heavenly virtue, to create your awesome life, opportunities again coming in 2025 that could potentially put you on the path towards that goal. But be alert to potential naysayers or saboteurs that may interfere with your plans or your growth. People who are being negative because they are afraid that you will grow, and when you grow, you change. Okay? We see this in families all the time. Someone tries to go on diet, but the family, instead of supporting, mocks and sabotages the efforts. And because of these saboteurs, your plans get derailed and you feel betrayed. So the bulwark to this, consciously surround yourself with positive influences. Okay? The final 2 stars, Drapes and Goat Blade, causes bad mood, impatience, rash action taking. These 2 can only harm you if you allow yourself to stay stuck in that negative sphere, which means that you are no longer accessing the major positive stars. So honestly, Fortune virtue, heavenly virtue can absolutely dissolve these 2 if you let them. Remember how I said earlier that opportunities come in different forms? Opportunities may not show up in the exact way you want. So Drapes and Goat Blade will likely kick up their effect if you insist on clinging on to a fixated mindset. Let's say your ideal lifestyle is to migrate. For most people, the most direct route to migration would be to get a job in that country and then move there. But what if it doesn't show up that way? What if there's an opportunity to study instead? Or what if the opportunity shows up as a business opportunity? So my point is, insisting on just one way shuts the door to opportunities coming in. So keep your eyes on the prize, but be flexible with your approach. Also, the presence of the Goat Blade and 6 Harm together, these 2, can heighten the risk of injury. So be mindful when you're driving, please. Situational awareness required. Okay, so at this juncture, let's do a quick summary. Fortune virtue, heavenly virtue, and prosperity star can bring big opportunities for growth. This can either be career, business, or even life goals. But to access them, we must be open to new solutions, open to exploring new possibilities, adopt an abundance mindset that sees potential instead of problems. At the same time, be wary of being too naive and trusting. Build relationship and trust slowly, and always, always, always keep your eyes on the prize, your objective. So at this juncture, I'd like to invite you to join myself, Jonas Lee, and Charmaine Ho for our annual Hack My 2025 online workshop, where we pull out all the stops to help you craft a battle plan ahead, for the year ahead. I mean, after all, if Robert Shah says you may need to spend some money, you might as well invest it into this course, okay, into this workshop, right? So link is in the video description, or you can just scan this right here. Okay, so let's go on to Tiger in the year. Now, if the Tiger is in your year pillar, which governs industry, network, and social platforms, then to access these great stars, you just need to show up. Okay, you need to put yourself in a position where you are able to access suggestions, ideas, advice, take part in meaningful conversations. Get out there, stay informed, network intentionally. Know which way the wind is blowing. But because of the negative stars, we need to learn to ask the right questions, because some people you meet may be genuine, others may not. So please do not avoid the positive stars simply because you're afraid of the negative ones. Remember what I said earlier, learn to identify the red flags, build relationships slowly again. Okay? Healthy skepticism is the key, not blind trust. Okay? So now, if you have the Tiger in the month, all right, which is the money pillar, okay, because it governs how we earn money. So let's go with business owners first. Fortune virtue, heavenly virtue brings external opportunities. Like suddenly the wind is in your sail, and since they attract supportive figures into your life, look for ways to create win-win partnerships with other businesses, suppliers, or organizations that align with your goals. So these 2 stars also infuses your business with positive energy. So good time for some public relations and reputation building exercises. For career professionals, again, be open to new roles that can position you for greater opportunities down the line. In some cases, the Fortune virtue and heavenly virtue can also bring things like scholarship or sponsored training. You can take advantage of them. I know, but here's the thing, I know not everyone is defined by their careers, not everyone cares about climbing the corporate ladder, not everyone is fulfilled by their careers. It's fine. Career is a means to an end, a way of earning a living. But the coming of the Fortune virtue and heavenly virtue is a chance to reimagine how your career or work, what type of work is meaningful to you. Okay, so to be clear, the heavenly virtue and fortune virtue may not show up as a direct opportunity like bam, here's your dream job. Okay, then done. All right. Most times it puts you on a path towards that dream job. So the bottom line for the heavenly virtue and fortune virtue is this: be open to unexpected opportunities. Next is if the tiger governs your day pillar, which is a pillar for intimate relationships and personal growth. First and foremost, regardless if you're partnered or not, don't neglect your own personal growth, because fortune virtue, heavenly virtue can bring opportunities for positive connections, growth, and supportive influences, which makes 2025 a good year to build your ideal support network. And if you're partnered, support each other's growth and dreams. Don't be a naysayer. So to access, be open to new connections. Don't just shut down opportunities. When we are judgmental, the door is closed. So for those who are already partnered, why not use this opportunity, expand your immediate social circle together as a couple, right? And of course, with the robbery sha and 6 harms together, be a bit more careful of scams. Don't simply click on any link that shows up, right? If your passwords are very simple, perhaps in 2025 it's time to do something to upgrade, right? Okay. So next is the tiger in the hour. Okay. Itam, next slide, please. Okay. So when you have the hour, governs our investments, our mindset, and our children, simply put. Okay, so the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue can also bring unexpected windfalls or favorable conditions. So in other words, dumb luck. Okay, somehow being in the right place at the right time to take advantage of certain favorable conditions. Might be for some people. All right, this might be a small run of good luck, really, you know. Suddenly this year you win raffles, lucky draw, maybe some lottery, but dumb luck is not replicable. So enjoy it, but for a better long-term advantage, we can use the fortune virtue and heavenly virtue to seek out new investment opportunities or to expand existing ones. Basically, the presence of these two means that conditions are favorable to you now, perhaps with lower risk or better market conditions, lower interest, that sort of thing. Right? Now, just because I said you have dumb luck in 2025 does not mean that you should pour everything you have willy-nilly into buying lottery tickets or blindly buying stocks without doing your due diligence, okay? Because the threat here, the gold blade especially, increases rash behavior. Okay, so needing to balance the positive against the negative means using the stars to learn how to make smarter, more strategic choices, which means need to self-educate, learn to ask the right questions, learn to make good investment decisions, invest in financial and investment education. For example, don't buy into investment scams or buy calls. The robbery sha is still in place. So in other words, don't get greedy. Presence of these positive stars are also great for training our brains to see opportunities instead of problems, to learn to look beyond the obstacles and see the larger opportunity that may be lurking underneath. And more, because conditions are now favorable, there is a good chance to overcome self-limiting beliefs. All right, example, a lot of people have a block against selling. I cannot sell, they tell me. Okay, worse, I hate selling. Okay, this is a very common negative perception about the art of the sell. But if you eventually want to start your own business, the ability to sell is a must. Right? See, even if you use feng shui to generate a flow of opportunities, you know, put water here, put water there, but the opportunities are useless if you don't know how to close the sale. Right? So perhaps based on that example, 2025 is the year you consciously overcome that internal resistance by removing the word cannot from your internal narrative and replace it with I will learn. Right? This is so important because the word cannot is too damn powerful. Agree? Okay, so let's take a quick look at your allies. Your best buddy, the pig, is going through change in 2025. Within that change might come opportunities for you as well. The horse has plenty of nobility, right, along with a lot of intelligent stars. So if you want some bright ideas, go look for them, okay? And the dog is experiencing discomfort growth in 2025. So perhaps you, with the gift of possibilities from the heavenly virtue, can be the one who supports their growth, and in turn, you grow along as well. So let's recap for the tiger in 2025. 2025 is coming in hot for the tiger, bringing heavenly virtue and fortune virtue to keep the vibes positive. So you've got a supportive environment that's got your back, making it easy to find allies and ride the wave of good fortune. Plus, prosperity star is lighting up your path. So expect some serious money moves and chances to stack your wealth. But don't get too comfy. There's more to this year than just good vibes. Robbery Shah and 6 harm are lurking, so you gotta keep your head on a swivel, okay? Watch out for scams and backstabbers trying to play you. This year is all about learning who's real, who's just faking it, right? Tighten your circle, trust the right people, and don't let anyone finesse you out of what's yours. Also very important with the robbery Shah, be sure to follow up diligently, in fact almost aggressively. With the cold tongue and crossing Shah stirring up some haters, you might hear some noise from the naysayers, but don't let their chatter mess with your focus. With the right balance, 2025 can be a year where you stay winning while keeping the drama in check. And with that, let me wish you with the tiger an abundant and prosperous 2025 ahead. 恭喜發財，大吉大利. Until I see you in the next video, you have a great day ahead.